Hello student, I am Mrs. Shweta Shailendra Pandare, Assistant Teacher, Vidyapit High School, Kolhapur. Chapter 4, Effects of Electric Current. After study electric motor, let's study electromagnetic induction. Galvanometer is a sensitive device which work on the same principle as that of electric motor that we study in the previous video. So by this the galvanometer we detect the presence of current in a circuit. So in the circuit current is presence or not, that is detected by this galvanometer that is joined here, and also to determine the direction of current in the circuit we use the galvanometer. So that show the direction of current. So this the needle that is at middle to the galvanometer that deflect as the direction of the current. So here it is the left side, here is the at the right side. So for determination of the direction of current use galvanometer, and also the presence of current is detected by this galvanometer. Next point, electromagnetic induction. In the previous section we study about electric motor. If we keep an electric conductor in a magnetic field such that direction of the current flowing through the conductor in perpendicular to the magnetic field, then a force is exerted on the conductor. This we study in electric motor. Because of this, the conductor moves. But if an electric conductor is moving in magnetic field, or the magnetic field around a stationary conductor is changing. In electric motor, the conductor is moving, that coil is moving, and magnet is stationary. So what will happen? In order to find out the answer of these questions, research was done by the great scientist Michael Faraday in 1831. Faraday showed that an electric current can be produced in conductor with the help of moving magnet. In electric motor, conductor is moving and magnets are stationary. But here, current can be produced in conductor with the help of moving magnet. Magnet is moving. So we are studying electromagnetic induction. For this, try this. In this, try this. Collect the material as shown in figure 4.15. So what is the material? This is coil, magnet and galvanometer. So complete the circuit by connecting the galvanometer. We complete this circuit by connecting this galvanometer. Keep the bar magnet erect in such a way that its north or south pole is just below the copper wire. So we kept this magnet erect ubha and below this copper coil or copper wire. Now if the wire is kept moving from A to B. First, this wire kept moving. Wire moving from A to B. As like this. From A, this is wire. And if the wire move to the B point and this wire is moving, the pointer of the galvanometer gets deflected. So, if we move the copper wire, this is the magnetic field of this erect magnet, and we move this wire in this magnetic field, and then the deflection of this galvanometer is shows that current is present in this wire. So the function of galvanometer is that indicate the current. So the pointer of galvanometer get deflected. This is called Faraday's electromagnetic induction. Now move the magnet with the wire fixed. Then in the second part, we kept this wire fixed and we move this magnet. We move this magnet, and then also the galvanometer pointer still get deflected. This galvanometer pointer is deflected. Means what? There is also current is produced if we move the magnet. If we move the wire, then also current is produced. And if we kept wire stationary and move the magnet, then also current is produced, and that current is shown by this galvanometer. If a conducting wire is kept moving in a magnetic field, a current is produced in it. And if we kept wire stationary and magnet is moving, then also current is produced in it. For study electromagnetic induction, experiment in this, try this. For this experiment, we need this solenoid coil, that is joint battery, plug key. This is coil, and that coil is joined to the galvanometer, and this is the adjustment of this experiment. So in first, that is 4.16a, when the current in the solenoid coil is switched on or off, let's see the effect on this coil. When we start or on the current and when we switch off the current, what is effect on this coil, that is shown by this galvanometer. So see the experiment, the components as required in this experiment. If we open the plug key, this is plug key, and this plug key is open plug key. So open means there is disconnection of the current, hence the current make the current zero in the coil, and the pointer of the galvanometer deflect to a side and quickly come back to zero. When current is passing through this solenoid coil, here is the deflection in the galvanometer. But when we switch off, means when that the plug key is open, then there is no current in this solenoid coil, and hence the pointer of this galvanometer is come on the zero. If the current in the coil is started again. The pointer again deflects to the other side and then come return quickly to 0. Again, when we start the current, then this the pointer of the galvanometer come to other side, and again when we switch off the current, it's come to 0. So in this experiment, when the current in solenoid coil is switched on, then galvanometer shows the deflection, and when switched off, that galvanometer pointer come on the 0. This is first for this side, or when again we start the current, then it deflect to the other side, and when we switch off the current, it comes at the 0. So as like this, electromagnetic induction is formed in this coil. Now, when the electrical current is flowing through the solenoid coil, here in this solenoid coil, current is flowing and the solenoid coil is displaced with respect to the coil. This solenoid coil displaces. This is arrow that showing the displacement. Solenoid coil is displaced with respect to the coil. The current is still produced in the coil. In this coil, current is also produced, and that's shown by this galvanometer. Hence, when a current is passing through the solenoid coil and the coil is displaced laterally with respect to coil, then current is also produced in this coil. Then in the third condition, that when a current passing through the solenoid coil and the solenoid coil is displaced longitudinally with respect to the coil. So here this arrow shows the displacement of the solenoid coil, and when current is passing through this coil, then this also induce in this coil. That is shown by this experiment. This is electromagnetic induction. What can be inferred from these two experiments? Even if the solenoid coil is kept stationary, sthir, a change in current in the solenoid coil produce a current in the coil. When we kept this coil stationary, then when current is flowing through this solenoid coil, then current is also produced in the coil. This current is also produced in this coil. If the solenoid coil is moved towards or away from the coil, we see a deflection in galvanometer. That is figure number C. So when this solenoid coil is moved toward the coil and move away from the coil, this arrow shows that coil move towards the coil and away from the coil, then also we see a deflection in galvanometer. Here is galvanometer, and that galvanometer shows the deflection. Means what? There is also produce the current in this coil. Also, the faster is the displacement of the solenoid, larger is deflection of galvanometer pointer. If we displace the solenoid coil faster, then deflection is also larger. If the current in the solenoid coil is changed, a current is produced in the coil, or if the solenoid coil is moved toward the coil, then also the current is produced in the coil. If we change the current, then here also deflection is also changed, and when we move this solenoid coil toward the coil, then also current is produced in this coil. Electromagnetic induction definition: the process by which a changing magnetic field in a conductor induces a current in another conductor is called electromagnetic induction, that we study by the experiments. Electromagnetic induction was discovered by Michael Faraday in 1831. If current is switched on or off in the solenoid coil, a current is induced in the coil. Such as induction is also observed when current in the solenoid coil is increased or decreased. Current is induced in the coil when it is moved aside from front of the solenoid. From all these experiments, we understood the Faraday's law of induction. So, see the law: whenever the number of magnetic lines of force passing through the coil changes, current is induced in the coil. This is known as Faraday's law of induction. The current produced in the coil is called induced current. Next point, Fleming's right hand rule. When will the induced current in the electrical conductor, that in the coil, is maximum? So it is maximum when the direction of motion of electric conductor is perpendicular to magnetic field. So this is the motion of the conductor, and that is perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. Then the induced current in the electrical conductor will be maximum. In order to show the direction of induced current, Fleming's right hand rule is very useful. So what is that rule? See, stretch the thumb, the index finger and the middle finger in such a way that they will be perpendicular to each other. So this is the position, that thumb is perpendicular to the index finger and also it is perpendicular to the middle finger. Then in this position, the thumb indicate direction of motion of conductor. This thumb indicate direction of motion of conductor. The index finger direction of the magnetic field. This index finger indicate that is the direction of magnetic field. The middle finger shows direction of the induced current. This middle finger shows direction of the induced current. This rule is known as Fleming's right hand rule. So in this figure also shows the Fleming's right hand rule. This is the motion of conductor, that is perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field, and this is the direction of induced current. So this Fleming's right hand rule is also important in this chapter.